So firstly, you are going to mask your last, and after that you draw your center line, and after drawing the center line you draw your vamp line. You get all the cardinal points, your quarter line, and also your counter line. Now you measure from here to here half inch. That is going to be our instep point. Then take the drawing from that point and take it directly to your quarter line. So now you pick this from here, leave a little gap from the center line. You see it, you see the gap I left. You bring it down, stop here first. So now let's measure our lace holes. So from here to here half inch you tick, from that place to here half inch again. We're going to do this into 5 places. From here to here again half inch, then from here to here again half inch, then from here to here half inch, then from here to here half inch. So into 5 places, and finally you see it, this is where the lace holes are going to end. So you take the diagram from here, the last measurement, take it down to the quarter line. So you take it down to the quarter line, and then you bring down this one to that point. These are our lace holes. There are 5 points. So now we're going to move over to the next. So now we are going to take a measurement from the back of the last 2 inch measurement. So to this place, 2 inch measurement. Now we pick our drawing from that point and then end it at the quarter line also. So you see it. After that you draw the tongue. Here is the tongue. You see it. Then bring it down to this point here. Okay, so we have drawn the tongue. So here is it. So with that we are done with the sketching. You see what we have. The next thing now is to cut out the pattern. So pull the pattern from your last, draw a straight line on your cardboard paper. So you see the line, Now you are going to place from the vamp line to the cap on the straight line. Then from the vamp point to the instep is going to be above the straight line. From the vamp point to the cap is going to be on the straight line, while from the vamp point to the instep point is going to be above the line. So that is the shape of the last. So, and then you gradually make sure you flatten the pattern on the cardboard paper. So I'm going to give these places some slight cut. Give it some slight cut. So now we are going to extend our vamp line and also extend the line from the vamp point to the instep point. We are going to extend it. Then from the vamp point to the cap, we're going to also take the line. This is just to make sure the lines are uniform. So now we make some adjustments. So now we are going to add our lasting allowance, and I'm going to be adding 1.5 inch as the lasting allowance. We are going to add it round 1.5 inch. So now we're going to bring down this line, the counter line, then we join the measurements to become line. So I have added the shortage we had at the cap area, so we take that allowance to the cap area, bring down this one too. And with that we are done. So now let's cut it into shape. After cutting it into shape, you punch holes for your marking dots. You understand? So you see it where to punch. You see them, the less hole. You punch it. You can either use your razor to do this. I use the punch for that. So let's proceed. So now fold your cardboard paper into 2 equal parts that will contain the first half of the pattern. Fold the cardboard paper into 2 equal parts. So now you place from the vamp point to the cap. You see it from the vamp point to the cap, you place it on that edge, on the folded edge, and then you draw. Watch closely. You draw from the vamp line to the cap. So after that, place your pencil here and then turn from the vamp point to the instep to align on that edge. You see it here. So now you mark out the remaining part of that pattern. That way you have springed the bump, or you have sprung the bump, whichever. So after that, I'm going to make it visible. So let me join the dots to make it full diagram. So we are done. I'm going to staple it before cutting it into shape so that it won't move while I'm cutting the pattern into shape. So remember to mark the pattern facing. I'm supposed to do that, so remember to do that. Understand? So you see it. Let's move over to the next one. So now we are going to mark out the remaining half of the pattern. After doing that, also I'm going to join the dots. I'm sorry, I missed somewhere, so here. Okay, so now I'm going to join the dots to become a full diagram. So let's do that. So after doing that, we are going to add our allowance round this diagram. Now this one is for the stitching at the counter, the stitching allowance for the counter. Then we're going to bring it to the top line. Well, let me cut this so that I can be able to move it around. So this allowance is going to come up to the top line. So here we're going to use to trim the edges of the pattern. So if you're going to do piping, you might not need it, but if you're going to fold, you're going to be needing it. So we are going to add it round. So now let me place this half here to make sure that the curves are intact, just to make sure the curves are intact. So I retake the curves. Okay. All right. So now we are going to add the stitching allowance on this part. Well, what I added here is about 0.3 inch round, about 0.3 inch round. So we are done, you see it. So now we're going to cut our marking dots around the inner line. So let's do that. So we are done doing that. The next thing now is to cut it into shape. So I am done doing that. So let's see how it looks. So you see how it looks. There's remaining something, the tongue. We're going to mark it out. Fold your cardboard paper into two. Then place the center, that's from the instep to the vamp line, and then you mark out the tongue. So after doing that, after marking it out, make it a full diagram, and then you add your stitching allowance. After adding your stitching allowance, cut out your marking dots. So once you are done doing that, cut it into shape. And with that, we are done with the whole process, you see it. So now let's assemble it and see how it looks. So this is it. If you have any question, feel free to drop it in the comment section. And also don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get updates, because more videos are still coming on the way. Also join my channel membership. I have exclusive videos for you there to watch. Have a nice day, and see you in my next video.